glowing, excited. Then, exactly 7 days later, she's gone, and Joe tells the local police she roped herself in their room. But here's the thing. Her family and her best friends, like Savannah Britt, were screaming from the rooftops that Ashley would never do that to herself, and that Joe is responsible for her death. For instance, can we talk about that look this man gave Ashley a few times? Because romantic is definitely not the word I would use. In all those engagement photos and videos and pics from the past, Ashley looks like she's on cloud 9 and totally in the moment. But Joe, his face is so stiff and his eyes are just cold. If a man looked at me like that, I wouldn't be blushing. I'd be looking for the nearest exit. Well, from the comments on Ashley's social media, there were people who clocked that Joe is a dangerous man. And someone even said in one of the posts, "Please don't chop her up and put her in a wall." Ashley responded, "I don't get chopped, just screwed." Someone else also said about 20 weeks ago, "He gonna unalive you." And yet another person was like, "He is going to harm you. Get out." I mean, this alone is creepy as hell, because how was she not seeing something people clocked through the screen? And when we piece together that this man was literally going broke, everything just kinda adds up. See, Joe runs a big crypto fund called Asymmetric, but word on the street is that the fund basically crashed, and we're talking about an 80% loss in 2025. That is millions and millions of dollars just gone. The fund was built to profit off big market swings, but as the crypto market stabilized in 2025, the strategy stopped working and the fund bled out. Actually, high-profile investors were furious, and one well-known figure at Big Brain SOL publicly stated he would never invest in such funds again after his portfolio shrank by nearly 80% under McCann's management. Now, almost immediately after the fund crashed, McCann announced a new plan to raise $1.5 billion for a company called Accelerate. He was essentially trying to fail upward by launching a massive new venture while his previous investors were still reeling from their losses. And here's where Ashley comes in. If McCann was struggling to fund his new $1.5 billion project or owed money to powerful people after the 80% loss, a massive life insurance payout would be a quick way to get liquid cash. So the assumption is that Joe's plan was to take out a policy, propose in a high-visibility way to prove the relationship was perfect, and then have a tragedy occur in a foreign country with different legal standards. That is like the perfect plot. And people think that he thought that committing this crime in Tanzania would not attract this much attention, and it's just backfiring on him because everyone is on his case. Honestly, for me, the alleged physical details are the scariest part, because some reports mention double marks on Ashley's neck. In a normal scenario, you usually see one specific mark, but if there are two, it could mean someone tried to choke her first and then tried to make it look like something else happened. And they say this happened 96 hours after the proposal. You're telling me she was glowing on camera with lions one day,